Hello, everyone. Before you all came in, we did make a formal motion to come back into open session. I want to thank everybody for their patience this evening. It was a lot to discuss, and it wasn't without great consideration from all of the committee members that we made the determination that we did. And we have decided collectively that we will accept the stipulation that Amy Thompson and her attorneys are offering. However, there are some stipulations with this, and I'm going to read this out to all of you. In the matter of the complaint against Amy Thompson, sole proprietor of Buggin' Out Lounge, premise location 5630 West Lincoln Avenue, West Allis, Wisconsin 53214. Stipulation for resolution of complaint: Amy Thompson, doing business as Buggin' Out, represented by attorney Vince Bobbitt and attorney Michael Maselman, hereby conditionally waive the right to an evidentiary hearing on the merits of the complaint dated March 2nd, 2023, and agrees to the suspension of 90 days consecutive to the start at the, well, it's not the discretion. The discretion of the committee was to begin on April 19th. The stipulation is offered by Amy Thompson, doing business as Buggin' Out, by attorney Vince Bobbitt and attorney Michael Maselman, based on the following considerations. 1, the impact this incident has had on the families, surrounding community, and the city of West Allis. 2, that if the stipulation is accepted by the Common Council, Amy Thompson, doing business as Buggin' Out, waives the right to an appeal. This stipulated outcome, which brings certainty to the outcome of this complaint and avoids the cost and delay caused by litigation. 3, the city's intent to effectuate, approximate, and effective specific and general deterrence, and 4, the remedial efforts immediately made by the licensee, including 3 additional cameras installed to give better views of the second floor, backyard, and fire exit door, alarms on the fire exit door that will sound in the lower level bar, the addition of metal detector wand, which will allow staff to scan individuals as necessary, and limiting the second floor rentals to no more than 40 people. I believe at this point, I think it's about 80, so we're cutting that in half. The second floor will be removed from the liquor license. There will be no alcohol to be served on that second level. For any events that will take place on that second level, an employee will be staffed on the second floor. If the West Allis Common Council does not accept this stipulation, then Amy Thompson, doing business as Buggin' Out, acknowledged that the matter shall be promptly scheduled for an evidentiary hearing on the merits of the complaint, and the Common Council may not consider this conditional stipulation as an admission of any of the facts alleged in this complaint. Attorney Serwin.
Just since there was additional, and we did discuss that while the committee was in closed session, and just to make a brief record of that, Attorney Monty had come out and discussed potential options, or kind of had ongoing negotiations with myself and counsel for Ms. Thompson. And since there's additional 2 items put on there about the second floor being removed from the liquor license and then staff employee up there for events, is that is Ms. Thompson agreeing to those additions?
Yes.
All right. Nothing further. Thank you.
Thank you. Attorney Monty, would you like to make a full record of this so we can get it in writing and signed?
So yes, just to add on to what Attorney Serwin said, I just essentially added the additional stipulations that we had discussed to item number 4 in your stipulation, Council. I know that it said those were the remedial efforts, but I kind of interpreted those more as sort of the conditions of the resolution, and so that's where I thought it fit best to add the 2 additional conditions that we had discussed. I'm happy to sort of revamp a new stipulation with everything kind of worded into it and circulate for signatures, or if you would like to do that, that's fine. Or we can make Nick do it, that's fine too. But
I agree, it would be most appropriate because he represents West Dallas. Can I just add one thing? My understanding is that she still could apply for a special use, of course, with the sound discretion of the local alderman. But I don't know if that would ever happen, but that is a possibility.
And that was brought up.
It was brought up.
Yeah.
correct, she could apply for a temporary extension.
Right.
And we can, if you want to, Attorney Serwin, you could add that it is being removed from the liquor licensed premises, and she would need to apply for an extension or special permit to serve anything on the second floor.
And
may I interject, just to be certain, so you have clarification on this? You can apply for it, that doesn't mean it would be approved.
that's correct.
So that is at the discretion of the committee and council.
I'll give you one example. What if the police department wants to hold a little card function up there? And then now it goes to the alderman says, well, these are all police officers, I don't anticipate a problem. Or what if it's like a Kiwanis club or something? But of course, that requires the local alderman to say, okay. If they say no, there's not much you can do about it. Okay, well then it would have to be approved by you
I
folks.
thought somebody was going to jump in and correct us.
What were you saying, Amy?
And we didn't specifically mention that in our discussions during closed session, but it was mentioned before we went into closed session that the next council meeting is April 18th, which means that the earliest this could go into effect is April 19th. So I added that language to the stipulation. Is that agreeable with you guys as well?
Yes.
Okay.
What I'll do then is I'll work with council and get a revised signed version commemorating what was discussed here. Does the committee have, did you vote on this, or is there a vote that accompanies it, or a certain number of people?
If I may, we did take a voice vote, and all 5 committee members are in agreement. And if I can take a moment at this time, it's with great dismay that we took the amount of time we did because we want to make sure that we're representing our constituents and what the community is asking for as well. And I understand this is a legal proceeding and what violations might have been on that license, you know, your tavern license itself. But going forward, we just want to let you know that hour and a half that we took was not easy to come to this decision. And if there are any problems in the future, make no mistake, the committee will take swift action. And I just need you to know that. Thank you.
Understood.
Does that conclude all of the legalities of this? All right, we would need a motion for adjournment.
To adjourn.
Oh, okay, and also for the record, we are going to cancel the meeting that was to be scheduled for tomorrow if needed. Okay? All right, so we had a motion. Do we have a second?
And a second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. We are adjourned. Thank you.